欢迎来到我的酒馆，这些是你赢得的奖品。我最喜欢这么玩了，上来！
The secret side of me, I never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me.
大家下午好，欢迎收看 HTS 第一赛季总决赛。那么今天是我们总决赛的第2天了。那么今天马上就要开打的是我们全明星赛。
Hey guys, welcome to Hearthstone Team Story, where we are not going to see the finals quite yet. Looks like we're going to have some sort of show match coming up right now, and it's apparently Alliance versus Horde. And String, I'm going to be relying on you heavily for this. As we see Quitu, that's Quitu in the front there, followed by Fuoliver, and TIddler obviously behind him, and lastly Miegod. So some big names here on the Chinese scene. Basically all of them streamers. Basically Miegod and Fuoliver are probably the players with the most accomplishments, at least recently. But looks like we have an interview with Quitu first, so String, take it away, I suppose.
He said he's playing Yolo Warrior today.
He loves Reno Warrior. Sorry, again?
He said he will play first.
He loves Reno Warrior.
Valeera says that he has prepared very serious decks, which I don't know. Maybe Holy Rest Paladin.
So Fuoliver is actually going to be playing later in the finals. TIddler, he's almost certainly not, even though his team's going to be playing in the finals. So this is a kind of a weird situation for Fuoliver here.
TIddler says he's going to play Taoyuan Priest and Kororo Mage.
What was the first priest?
Taoyuan Priest.
Is that the guy from Vici?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, everyone of them say they're going to play first. I don't know how that works.
All play at the same time, just crowd into one computer.
Gosler said, yeah, I'm bringing very normal cards, normal decks as well. Can be as normal as Mildred.
Right, was that Alliance or Horde?
This is Alliance, and we are having Horde coming up next.
Okay, so Alliance was the first one. Now we have Pegy, who we just saw. Wait, what? Did he use a teleporter machine? What? I just casted this guy in the Gold Series, and behind him is YouLove. But wait, this guy is a freaking warlock. How did he get to the studio so quickly?
I mean, he's a warlock. I mean, he's the Horde. I mean, he could be shaman as well.
If you guys are unaware, I just casted this guy in his Gold Series Group C. For his sake, it was good that he got other group in first, because that means he didn't have to play the decider match. Yeah, managed to make it from the Gold Series studio over to the Hearthstone Team Story studio, apparently.
Oh, actually, they have NoTomorrow as well. So, and Pegy said, yeah, actually, Valeera is trying to give NoTomorrow some comfort there. So there's just two of us here.
这没有什么好吹的，我和我队友开始在下面商量战术，有要么我首发打完他们，然后灭神把我干了，你们把灭神干了，要么你们先把灭神干了，我来收尾，就这样。
那你觉得今天是执行 A 还是执行 B 战术？
就感觉因为队友不够齐心协力，只能执行
A 战术了。
对，
易老师加油，心疼一下。来，我们再来问一下爱队，爱队有什么想说的吗？
没有想说了，我只能说。
Alright, so this is YouLove of Team World Elite.
太蠢了，是大声的暴露出我们战术的意图，然后。
Did Pegy say anything interesting?
Well, I mean, he said we prefer two strategy, but one of them is not usable because we don't have enough people. So we're going to use a strategy that basically I'm going to. Oh.
No, there's NoTomorrow. And there's Valeera?
Yeah.
Alright, so Valeera was casting earlier at the Gold Series, and NoTomorrow was playing earlier at the Gold Series. So we have a bunch of magic wielders on the team Horde.
Oh, I guess that could enable them to use the second strategy, which they say is we will have other players to go after Gods there, and I will go after the other three players.
So did they just now arrive to the studio?
It could be the case.
Did they literally just run into the stage from like the parking lot? Or the station, whatever?
怎么现在的人都是这种心态呢？
哎，对，反正有人要1打9嘛，我上午我也打9个，对不对？
你也打9个对吧？
对，差不多。
那你要不要首发？
Okay, this is so confusing because all 8 people are saying they are starting for their team.
So Valeera is on Team TongFu, if you're unaware. And so yeah, Vici, World Elite, EDG, and TongFu on this side. And the other side was Newbie, Celestial,
Yolo Miracle, and the Invictus.
Yes, there you go. Alright, looks like we're going to commercial, so we'll figure out what this is all about when we come back, guys. See you then.
魔兽世界直升100服务现已开启，军团在临，数字典藏礼包同步发售中。
打得不错，欢迎来到我的酒馆，这些是你赢得的奖品。我最喜欢这么玩了，胜利！
欢迎回来，各位观众，大家好，我是雪妍。
Hi guys, welcome back to Hearthstone Team Story. I am D2. With me is Shrink. And we currently have, for the Chinese casters, that Snowkiss in the middle, Quitu on the right, and I recognize the guy on the left, but I'm forgetting right now. I think he's a player, right?
I think it's Hulu.
Hulu, right. Okay, the hair is throwing me off. Okay. Anyway, we have Alliance versus Horde, our show match for today. And Quitu on the top there playing Hunter and Warlock. I don't know if I can write this down quick enough, but anyway, Hunter, Warlock, Fuoliver playing the Paladin and Shaman. We have TIddler playing the Mage and Priest, and then on the bottom there, Miegod playing Rogue, Warrior, and Druid. On the top right there, Valeera.
Yeah, Valeera.
Okay, and let me just try to get this right. YouLove.
Yes.
And then NoTomorrow. And
Perfect.
Finally, Pegy on the bottom. Oh my god, my Chinese is so good. Okay.
I mean, you speak Japanese then.
Of course. Yeah. While I write down all their classes right here. But I have to write down their names too. Dang it. This is very hard in this short period of time. NoTomorrow. Anyway. So no analysis for you here today about what they're playing, what's in the ace match, whatever. Just gonna have to write down as quickly as possible.
Oh, there's not any ace match to begin with, so we have to do
all right. Oh, so it's just last hero standing, best of 17.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna see how they go. See what kind of crazy decks these players have in store for you as we see. The benches of both sides. One player from each team that was in the Hearthstone Team Story throughout this regular season. Looks like we're starting off with Fuoliver for Team Alliance. And on the side of the Horde, it's going to be Valeera up first. And I wasn't able to get down Fuoliver's decks. I think he's playing Paladin Shaman.
Yeah, or something like that.
Or something like that. All right. So and Valeera is playing a Hunter and Rogue. I was able to write that down in time.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what the crazy decks they come up with here. I am kind of delirious. I've been casting for the entire day, so hopefully we're able to do this. What is this? Are these standard decks? Come on, get out of here. Wait. So that's Alliance symbol on the left and Horde on the right. I never actually played WoW, so.
Yeah, Alliance on the left, and this is not fun.
I know, right? These are standard decks. What are they doing? I wanted Zeus Shaman. What is going on?
I mean, Zeus Shaman is not even Zeus Shaman is not fun enough.
Yeah, go with something completely crazy. Anyway, so this is obviously not going to be too serious of a cast. We're just kind of screwing around like they are at the studio. Are there any stakes here? Did they get any money for this?
Oh yes, I mean yeah, I forgot they got money for this. No wonder that they are playing serious for this. They got actually 40,000 yuan, and that's the equivalent of $6,000.
That they split
So
up between them?
I think so.
That would be kind of crazy if each person got $6,000. So that definitely explains why they're being serious. But that's not fun for us. I wish they would be a little more joking around. But apparently there's $6,000 on the line for this particular game, this particular show match. So unfortunately for us, we don't get to see any crazy decks right here. But hopefully we can enjoy it anyway. And gonna just be a totem here for Fuoliver after checking for the explosive trap. And yeah, what do you think so far about this game? this is the extent of our analysis, guys. Just...
I think Valeera has the upper hand until now.
Yeah, he has the card advantage. Yeah, the Feral Spirit is a pretty big deal here. Just get in the way. Part of the reason is because there's no real AoE in Shaman. It takes too much effort to get rid of the 3-1 and 2-1. But Feral Spirit's pretty good to just get in the way there and start attacking the face.
Yeah, and double glaive Zuka is not what you want, really.
Right. Alright, he's gonna go for Argent Horse Rider. Probably gonna kill off this. Oh, he's gonna use his face to clear off this Worgen Infiltrator. And yeah, I mean he's cleared the way for his own minions, which is kind of nice. But we'll see what this Night Juggler hits potentially if Valeera goes for it. Alright, so,
Actually, interesting.
Knife Juggler plus Glaive Zuka. Yeah, that is really interesting because he's guaranteeing that his Knife Juggler gets taken out. But I think you might want to just take a chance and kill the Argent Horse Rider and hope that your opponent doesn't commit to killing your guy. But
Oh, I mean,
or does commit to killing your guy. I mean, but I mean, yeah. So it looks like it's going to be Crackle here. Rolls for 6. I bet he's regretting that now. I don't know if this Argent Horse Rider is going to hit for 6 over the next 3 turns. It could, I suppose. I think Valeera's a bit confused here. He might be a bit rusty. Valeera, I mean, he's been having his other players play for him. He is the team captain of TongFu, but he's had the other players on the team play for him for a long time, and he seems a bit rusty. At least that's what it seems like. Alright, so how much damage do we have here? We have a total of 11 maximum if Fuoliver wants to go for that. Instead, he's just going to go for the 9, and he has 8 in hand, so I think that's just game. I don't really see... I mean, there's no taunts in Face Hunter, and there's no lethal for Valeera, so, yep, game 1 is going to go over to Fuoliver. And hopefully Valeera's second deck. Wait, this is last year's standing. So hopefully Valeera's second deck is more interesting for us.
But there's money on the line.
Sorry?
There's money on the line. Probably stand all your rogue.
Always disappointing us. Why did they make this worth so much? I mean, in case you guys are just joining, okay, still lots of smiles on the side of the alliance, but in case you aren't aware, this is the show match, and there is apparently $6,000 on the line, which is sad news for us because I wanted to see some crazy decks out there, but looks like they're taking it seriously. These two players definitely seem to be taking it seriously, but Valeera seems like he's a bit rusty here.
Oh, double heal ball. Why are you...
Wait, the colors look different on these heal bots, doesn't it? Oh, maybe because it's golden, they keep going back and forth between red and brown. Okay, I wasn't actually aware that the heal bot changes color when it's golden. But, okay, there's a Shadow Step. So this looks like Milrogue. Finally, we have an interesting deck here. Alright, Milrogue, go. I'm pretty it has to be Milrogue, right? With Shadow Step and double heal bot.
Yeah. Yeah, but the problem is that someone has a lot of cards to draw as well.
Alright, well there's a Vanish, so that almost guarantees it. It'll be interesting to see if he has Beneath the Grounds in his deck. It seems counterintuitive, but it ends up working pretty decently just to have those extra cards come out for you to provide tempo. But we'll just have to wait and see. I think you just sap this. I mean, you're not going to get a better sap target than Totem Golem. But he disagrees. Speaking of Valeera.
Yeah.
And when I say Valeera, I mean the player on the right. Valeera playing Valeera. Prep comes in hand. That's not going to be too useful. I mean, you could prep Vanish here, I suppose. But... I mean... Valeera looks confused here. He looks like he's not very comfortable. And now he's going to sap. Wait, why didn't he just do that last turn?
Because he now can coin...
He's a masochist. He wanted to... I mean, he could have just sapped last turn and then hero power this turn. Well, I guess he didn't want... I guess he was waiting for his opponent to use... But he can still just play the Totem Golem, though. I don't know. As far as Fuoliver is concerned, he's only seen sap, so he might think that this is still Oil Rogue. But, if Vici picked up, that's pretty good. Gonna go ahead and clear out both of these guys. I don't know if you need to use backstab, honestly. I guess, keeping your Thanos on the board is kind of nice, but backstab can be better used potentially against something like the Feral Spirit that we see in the hand of Fuoliver. Maybe even like a Wolf Rider that you don't want to face tank.
Yeah, but the Wolf Rider you can kill with the Blonde anyways. But you got pins.
And I guess it looks like we have a bit of confusion in chat as well. So if there's confusion in chat, there's probably confusion among the viewers as well. This is a best of 17 team match. And it's not only last hero standing, but it's last player standing. So Valeera here, our player on the right, has to stay until he loses both of his decks or he completely team wipes the other team. And once he's done, then another player can take his place. But it looks like it's going to be just a heal bot plus the Shadow Step. And now, finally, Fuoliver probably realizes that this is going to be Milrogue.
Yeah, and as soon as he realizes this is Milrogue, he got something he doesn't actually want to draw in these circumstances.
Sorry?
Yeah, Ancestor Light, probably not what you want because you already know your.
Oh, yeah. If you draw, you don't really need Ancestral Knowledge, that's correct. So it's probably going to be Healbot plus Prep Vanish here, I assume. Your opponent is on 5 mana next turn, so yeah, that looks like that's going to be the case. Heals for 7, not the total amount, but still going to have the Healbot for future turns, and everything returned back to Fuoliver's hand there. He has 5 mana to work with, I believe. Yeah, he has 5 mana, so he can play a lot of this back onto the field. Picks up Doomhammer, says, "Vanish this." Vanish this Doomhammer, buddy. But, yeah, Valeera, if he's going to win this game, he's going to need as many healbots as possible. The problem is that he needs to draw cards as well. Looks like he's going to hold on to this Fan of Knives for future use instead of using it right now. A bit surprising. I guess he wants to keep the SI7 agent as well for his combo rather than using it for just getting on the field.
He sees that coming. He knows he's going to play these 5 knives.
Valeera already reaching for that Fan of Knives here. But if you're Fuoliver, do you just start... I mean... Do you even bother with minions? I think this is perfectly fine. Just lightning bolt him in the face, and just start smacking him as hard as you can. In fact, I think I maybe would have even gone for the Ancestral Knowledge. I don't really care at this point. Looks like it's just gonna go for a very aggressive play here. Just Lightning Bolt plus Lava Shock plus yeah, it's gonna go and Doomhammer anyway. And he could also play that Leopard on the field. No reason not to. And Valeera, Valeera's down to 8 health.
Yeah, but you can play the heal button.
He can play the heal button. He can actually Shadow Step it too, which is very sad. And he's gonna draw cards last. There's the Vanish. This is just kind of funny. While we're saying, can you stop? Can you just stop healing, please, once? Valeera's gonna need a gang up though if he's gonna keep healing. I mean, he has the Vanish obviously, but I mean, there's a Rock Biter in hand right now, and the hits are just gonna keep coming here from Fuoliver, so it's gonna need a gang up. Gonna need even more healing as Valeera. As far as Fuoliver is concerned, I mean, yeah, just keep hitting the face, I suppose. I mean, you could commit to this Rock Biter. I mean, I don't really see why not. But looks like he's just gonna go ahead and play all his Feral Spirits, ping the face as well, and I guess you save up that Rock Biter for kind of a surprise burst. All right, so we finally have a Cold Light Oracle in hand, but it looks like this is just going to be advantage, I believe, because he needs the heal bot back in his hand.
Yeah, and that's definitely a reason to play.
But yeah, he's really gonna have to pick up a gang up, and he's gonna have to go with next turn Cold Light Oracle into Healbot and gang up on his Healbot with utilizing the coin. But I don't know if Fuoliver's gonna give him the time. I don't think that Milrogue is the best against this. Oh yeah, it's actually just over, isn't it? Okay, that's gonna be actually game. So Valeera's run is short-lived, and he's already gone. Rip Horde member Valeera. And Aggro Shop been working out for Fuoliver there. Okay, Valeera done. Goodbye Hunter, goodbye Rogue. And send in the next guy, says Fuoliver.
Yeah, I mean, this actually is on a most serious note, very good practice and warm up for Fuoliver.
Yeah, just get a few warm-up games in, nice and easy, taking out, Milroad, taking out Face Hunter, easy peasy. And who do you think we come out, or they pick here for Horde?
As far as coming out is concerned, and Valeera is, I think Valeera is the biggest suspect, if we say any coming outs here. But among the A players, a lot of them, Chozo is married, and
okay. That's not what I meant, obviously. But anyway, in case you guys are just joining us, this is Alliance versus Horde, a show match. They are playing for $6,000 or $6,000 or $7,000. You can see on this bench, it's basically one player from each team that was represented throughout the Hearthstone Team Story. And it is currently 2-0 in favor of Alliance. And it looks like Pegy is coming up. Pegy actually already played 2 best-of-5s today at the Gold Series, so he might be fatigued, but maybe he's feeling good about himself. He just a bit of spoilers, but he got 2 1-in-4 rolls to go for him earlier today. And that certainly helped him out there. Was able to pick up a Tyrion off of Mind Control Tech on the way, just throwing that out there. But he is going to be coming out for Team Horde, and he has 3 decks. He's playing Mage, Warrior, and Priest for them, so it gives them the most opportunity to be able to take out Fuoliver. So I imagine going against the Shaman. I don't think you go for Mage, even if it's Freeze Mage. I don't think you do that. So either Warrior or Priest. What would you go with here?
Well, I mean, Warrior is reasonable, and we see that Deathwing Warrior. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh no, it's okay.
We see the Warrior from.
Yeah, earlier he played a Deathwing Warrior, so maybe he's playing it now too. So it is going to be Warrior. That is the deck that he's most comfortable with. He's kind of known for that. And apparently Sleepy Shaman is on the casting test, so everyone's taking a chance at casting. Everyone wants to be with Snowkiss in this situation. And yeah. Let's see how Pegy can handle this. Picks up an Armor Smith. Doesn't have a Fiery War Axe, unfortunately for him. But this Shield Slam will be, I mean, more than likely used early on, something like a Totem Golem. So that's not going to be... I mean, the fact that he doesn't have a Fire War Axe might not hurt him too badly here. Alright, so turn 1 Tunnel Trog into Coin Leper Gnome. It seems pretty good, man. Seems pretty good. And that's pretty... that's kind of tough to deal with if you're any class. But Armor Smith is going to come out and try to contest this board. Question is, do we see a clear on this or not? We could see a clear just by playing the Totem Golem and just attacking both in. We could also see a clear using that Abusive Sergeant. A lot of options here. You can also just go face, I suppose.
I think you can clear and lightning bolt the face.
I don't know. I mean, I think just getting a 3/4 on the board is pretty nice here. We'll see if he clears though. The nice thing about Leper Gnome, the nice thing about not clearing, is that if your Armor Smith, if the Armor Smith attacks into the Leper Gnome, then the hunter loses. It's not the hunter. The warrior loses the armor, right? So you're actually unable to use a Shield Slam afterwards on, for instance, a Totem Golem or the Tunnel Trog. But he's able to use Execute, so that works out for him. Does pick up Harrison Jones, which is pretty huge for Pegy here.
Yeah, Chotu's kind of a little bit betrayal there.
Quitu doesn't like to see Harrison working for the other side because Quitu is Harrison. And are we going to see a clear on this? We are going to see a clear onto this Armor Smith. Doesn't want to get any more value. And likely going to be the Despite coming up. Picks up the top deck instead. And looking okay for Pegy here. Hasn't taken too much damage. And nothing really to develop here for Fuoliver, so probably just going to see a Totem and the Abusive Sergeant. Well, maybe not the Abusive Sergeant, because it just dies. Maybe just Lightning Bolt the face, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, you got a spell Power Totem, but, I mean, there's a reason for playing Abusive Sergeant, that because you're not getting the ball back, and you're probably not drawing any charge minion. And
well,
even if
you could. I mean,
you
it just
could,
dies.
But
I think I like the Lightning Bolt a bit better. You get the guaranteed extra damage here. Anyway, so Bash comes into the hand. Looks like Peggy's gonna not take take a 3 less extra damage here by doing that and using Bash instead, and just Hero Powers up. And he has Harrison for future turns. He can just Despite and Hero Power next turn as well. He also has the Shield Slam, so things are looking pretty decent for Pegy. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard for Fuoliver to win this one. Lava Burst helps, though. Lava Burst certainly helps.
Yeah, but do you get a Totem first?
Yeah.
I think you need.
Yeah, I think you absolutely do. You just see what you get here. It's going to be Crackle. And Pegy saying, why don't you just play your Doomhammer? I need those cards. But yeah, not going to be the case.
Yeah, 5 is nice.
Huh, a bit of an interesting play here by Pegy. Actually hits the face. I think I'd rather just hit the Totem. I mean, you're not going to really race your opponent at this point. I don't see... I mean, you just prevent, Flame Tongues and Abusive Sergeants from being able to hurt you. And yeah, there might not be a better chance here for Fuoliver than to just utilize his Abusive Sergeant now.
Yeah, I think, and you...
Unless, well, okay, if you get a Taunt Totem, maybe you don't do it, actually. Well, but now that it has a spell damage on it, maybe you use the Lava Burst.
Yeah, I think you double burst, and your opponent is down to what? Down to
9.
12.
12? What?
I mean...
If you use Lava Burst.
Yeah, but he's most certainly will Hero Power next turn.
I don't know what you're talking about. So, all right, see, down to 9. See, right? See, I was right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Just going to be, yeah, equip the axe. I mean, Peggy's committed to hero powering every single turn here, so unfortunately for him, can't play the Sylvanas, and you definitely don't want to play the Harrison because that's basically suicide. But if there is a Doomhammer picked up soon, then I think Fuoliver has game because he can just immediately. Oh, there it is, and I think Fuoliver just won the game. I think, despite Peggy having Harrison Jones,
I don't have enough mana.
I know. I mean, I know he can't use it now, but that's why I said I think. Right? It's not lethal now, but. He has 16 damage next turn. Oh no, he has 10 damage because he only doesn't. Yeah, he's one short, but 10 damage by itself. The question is, do you go for it? Do you just equip the Doomhammer this turn, or do you? Well, there's a Sludge Welter in the way now, so maybe I spoke too soon. But do you equip the Doomhammer now? I guess you do, just to take out the Sludge Welter because you have to do it anyway, at least at some point. But then you get Harrison Jones.
Yeah, that has new.
You could just Wolf Rider Abusive Sergeant, but then your board gets cleared, and then you can't get past the Sludge anyway. Huh. This is kind of awkward.
I mean, you could roll Totem first, anyways. If you got Town Totem,
you can't roll Totem if you're going to Doomhammer.
Yeah, but if you Doomhammer, you are. I mean. Fuoliver, I think he's thinking about Harrison Jones because I mean the only way that you lose this is because you got Harrison Jones.
Yeah,
so
yeah, but in the end, I think this is reasonable because even if you get Harrison Jones, you can use Wolf Rider plus Abusive Sergeant next turn potentially, and also your opponent has to use 5 mana. Although I guess that isn't too much of a consideration here. So, Harrison is almost certainly coming out here. There's the Deathwing, by the way. So, he's going to draw 6 cards. And you can see on Fuoliver's face he's more or less expecting that to come. And Bash. I guess you can't really afford to Bash. I guess he is going to Bash anyway, just to get the one extra health here. And he can, yeah, it definitely makes sense to Bash because next turn he's going to double hero power. With the Justicar. So you totem here, and you might get spell damage, and you can Lightning Bolt.
Sorry,
He is Justicaring first. I guess he wants to Steel Slam? Yeah, that's probably why. Wait. Why is he taking more damage for no reason? Okay, that was weird. Slight misplay there. It might not matter, but we'll see.
Because you're playing around Unleash the Hound in the future.
Even if you're, I mean, that still doesn't make any sense. Anyway. So there's a major clock on Fuoliver now. He needs to kill his opponent quickly before this Justicar armor starts adding up.
Yeah.
Tournament medic. Oh no. Oh no. I think this one's over. I think this one's over. Okay. Anyway, he's even gonna kill off the 1/1 with the 6/3. So that's gonna be it, I believe. There's already lethal on board. In order for Fuoliver not to die, he needs to start clearing, which obviously he can't do, even if he picks up Doomhammer.
No, actually.
Wait, Doomhammer's not lethal?
Yeah, Doomhammer is lethal.
Wait, no, it's not. 10, 13, 15. No, it's not lethal. You're crazy.
I mean, plus hero, spell power totem.
No, it's still not lethal. It doesn't matter. So anyway, Peggy's finally going to take out the Shaman of Fuoliver, who was able to take 2 games earlier. In case you guys are just joining us, this is the show match, the Alliance versus Horde. Basically, one representative from each team of the Hearthstone Team Story. And the winning team actually gets $6,000. You can kind of tell Shrink and I are kind of taking this a bit lightheartedly, doing a bit of a lighthearted commentary here. But in case you're wondering why we're kind of taking it so lightheartedly, that's the reason why. But there is stuff on the line here, and these are some of the bigger kind of personalities in China as well. So it's kind of fun to see them play. In particular, people like, I mean, Fuoliver is going to be playing in the next round, but it's people like Quitu, who's a Chinese streamer, TIddler, who doesn't always play for his team, at least recently. So it's just fun to see these guys played out. But looks like it's going to be some sort of paladin. I didn't get to see the mulligan, so the fact that there's Healbot and Leon Hands, though, it kind of suggests more like paladin. We did see.
I mean, it could be just a mid range.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I guess Healbot and Leon Hands could be mid range as well. Loot Hoarder suggests Murloc though, and Fuoliver did actually play Murloc Paladin in the Gold Series yesterday.
Yeah.
So we're seeing some fun decks, but we're seeing also some serious decks. We've seen a Mill Rogue, and I mean, this Deathwing Control Warrior isn't really too much of a joke because Pegy played earlier today in the Gold Series. So,
but did he have Tournament in that kind of thing?
He might have. You never know. I mean, we didn't see it for too long.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, so gonna be flooding the board is Fuoliver. It's gonna put something on the board, or put the Loot Hoarder there just to draw a card, and so is Pegy with that Acolyte of Pain, and that Loot Hoarder kind of spells out that this is Murloc Paladin, which is, I mean, there's a second Healbot, so it's looking more and more like Murloc, even though we haven't seen a Murloc yet, or anything else that indicates that. I mean, something like Solemn Vigil, for instance, would definitely indicate that it's Murloc Paladin. But so far, it's looking like it. And Murloc is definitely very, very good against Control Warrior. Anyway, well, there's anything. That answers our question.
Yeah, yes, it's definitely Murloc.
Ooh, at least Starseeker.
Ooh.
Very nice. So, Pegy, I believe by this point, there hasn't been too much to give it away. Basically, the Healbot, which is, you know, sometimes played in mid-range Paladin as well. But in particular, the Loot Hoarder is what's given away that this is more like Paladin. So you can see Pegy deciding not to take the damage with his face, and instead deciding to take it with the Sludge Belcher. Unfortunately, that allows the Sludge Belcher to be killed a bit easier.
Yes. Actually, this golden, it is Starseeker, so we'll see. Golden map.
All golden legendaries, the dream. The dream. Anyway. So, gonna re-equip the weapon is Pegy, and nothing to do. There's no way he can actually, you know, pressure his opponent, unfortunately. But yeah, it's gonna be lay on hands because there's nothing else to do. I mean, you could play out something like a Muster for Battle, but he wants to reach into his bag, his deck, for as many Murlocs as possible, as soon as possible. And again, unfortunately for Pegy, it had nothing to do at all. I mean, even Big Imp Hunter just kind of dies to either Ol Murkai or Bluegill Warrior, so yeah, unfortunately, not the best option there. So yeah, it looks like just going to start playing Murlocs out is Fuoliver. Might as well get the damage in right now and set up for future turns. He does have removal. He has the equality, or excuse me, the Pyro equality if he needs it at another time. And Warrior has no way to either transform these minions or entomb them, so he can't get rid of them. Pegy can't do anything about this.
Never lucky.
Never lucky, baby Reach. I don't know what would have been lucky there, but I guess we're just gonna say.
I mean, Blue Gear would be better.
Would it though? Oh, because he draws the card. Right. My mistake. So yeah, Pegy trying to brawl there just to get rid of the card draw, I suppose. Sunland Vigil comes in the hand of Fuoliver here, and he's getting closer and closer to being able to have enough Murlocs to start using his Anyfins. He has seen 2 Bluegills and the Ol Murkai. Wants to see a Warlord, picks up the Warlord, which is very nice for him. And just gonna play a bit slow here though. Gonna go for the Muster for Battle instead of just playing that Murkai out, which can just die to this Fireworks. Second Revenge. kind of crazy. Pegy, you crazy. I'm gonna actually execute on this. I mean, I don't really know what Peggy's game plan here is because he can't. I don't think he can possibly survive, right, against double anyfin. I mean, he's gonna need to draw Justicar immediately. But
how does he do that? Do you?
You believe in the heart of the
Snap?
cards. You believe in the heart of the cards. That's how you draw Justicar.
Do you snap to try to draw a card?
I don't think playing this Doomsayer is necessary, honestly. I mean, your opponent hasn't played anything for forever. This is the most defensive warrior I've ever seen. I think you do, Harrison, right? Oh, yeah, you wouldn't overdraw. I guess you want it on the field. I mean, are there any actual is there anything aggressive in Peggy's deck at all? This is kind of crazy. Anyway, second anything is picked up, which means this game is almost over.
I mean, I guess Deathwing can be.
And Peggy sees this and he knows the end is near.
Yeah. And
Alright, so let's see. How's he going to clear this? It's going to be Bash, Bash, Shield Slam, Revenge? Bash, Bash, Revenge. Bash, Bash, Revenge actually just kills everything. And then Hero, power up. But then your opponent just, just Murgles you to death afterward.
yeah.
Wait, what? Killing your own Sylvanas doesn't actually do anything because Fuoliver can. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't, and he can't even kill his own Sylvanas. So I don't know. I think you just Bash Bash Revenge and then Hero Power, and then you die next turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be the play. And at 29, I'm pretty sure almost every combination. There might not be a combination that kills him. I'm not sure though. Because obviously there's a bit of RNG here as far as what's picked up, but I'm pretty sure it's over. Yeah, with double Merc guy, that's insane. 20 damage out of those. Wow, only one war leader, which is actually maybe good. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's gonna be lethal, and yeah, the super defensive warrior of Pegy does not work out for him, and that's gonna be a win for Fuoliver, the third win for the Alliance. And it's 3 games to 1. Yeah, 3-1, and Pegy has to choose between Mage and Priest. So, you go Mage, right?
You go Mage. I mean, if that's freeze, you can kill with your burst.
Yeah, if you just play Freeze Mage and kill them as fast as possible. Although they do have a lot of healing, so this is actually awkward. I don't think I've ever seen Freeze Mage versus Murloc Paladin. When Murloc Paladin was at its most popular, there weren't many Freeze Mages on the ladder. But if you play Priest, it's really awkward because you have to entomb their Murlocs or kill them, which is really hard to do. But there is a way to kill them if you're Priest. You basically just play out Deathlord and hope they don't have equality.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's actually going to be tough for Priest, actually. I mean, for Mage, actually, because he's going to have to, speaking of Pegy, kill as quickly as possible, but there's actually a lot of healing, so it might be a bit difficult.
Yeah, but you got you got 2 ice blocks.
You do have 2 ice blocks, but there's a lot of damage. I mean, I guess there's not too much damage, I suppose. I guess, yeah, you know what, you might be right. I guess that's probably why Freeze Mage... Maybe Freeze Mage would be good against it, because you can't get OTK'd. And then, once you get your ice block popped, you can just clear the board and play another ice block. And if it gets popped again, then you heal. But there might be a way to play around that if you're playing the more like Paladin, though. By popping the first block, but then your opponent can't clear and do anything else other than play a block. And then you pop the block with something small, like a True Silver or something like that. And then they Alexstrasza up, and then you anyfin.
But the problem for that is single unit, meaning a single attack of this deck is so high, then the block your pops. Actually, you're leaving a lot of health remaining for the mage when you.
Well, not necessarily. You can use a bluegill last or something. It depends on how the math works out.
Yeah, too much math.
Alright, so Thorson hits the field, and I imagine Fuoliver just wants to kill it with True Silver. I mean, he has a ton of healing in his deck, so I don't think you clear your own board in this situation.
Yeah, and
so yeah, just hit this. Use your your Silverhand Recruit, make another guy, and hit damage for hit the face for 10. I'm unable to speak right now. I've already casted for several hours today. Anyway, what does Pegy do here? He has Ice Block and Ice Barrier in hand. They're both discounted, so that's nice for him. Looks like it's going to be a Frost Nova, Ice Barrier, Ice Block. Okay, reasonable play. Wanted to get all those guys out, even though Frost Nova is very valuable. You want to get the Ice Block and Ice Barrier out. So he's able to use Blizzard next turn, though it doesn't really clear the board. He can use Ice Sense as well to help him out in that endeavor.
that's true.
Right.
And
Yeah, full mana, Solemn Vigil coming out. And if you're Fuoliver, yeah, you just keep making 1/1s. Doesn't really matter. The Freeze Mage only has 2 Frost Novas, and they're gonna have to start clearing your board anyway. So Blizzard hits the field, and it's gonna turn these into 5/2s. And if he kills one of them, it turns into a 3/2. He could kill both, but then you're losing a lot of burst.
yeah,
Looks like he's gonna just
I
ping
think
one
it's
up.
just ping.
You could, well, it's kind of strange. I mean, you don't have a way to kill it next turn other than using fireballs, though, or 1 fireball at least.
I mean, it's a 3/2. Maybe you have some other solutions.
So Fuoliver has 8 cards in hand. If he lay on hands, he'll go to 10 cards and overdraw, but he already has 2 Anyfins, and he has already used a bluegill and 2 war leaders, so it's not that bad. I guess just going for Solemn Vigil is fine too, especially because you really want to just heal once you get bursted down.
Yeah, I think 1 blue gear is not a lot. You need ultimate time to finish the game in this matchup. Never lucky, always late.
Oh, the Doomsayer, right? Yeah. And then the Doomsayer comes in the hand of Fuoliver as well, so everyone's playing the Doomsayers. What do you do here if you're Fuoliver? You could clear this Doomsayer, but it's kind of expensive.
What else do you use Consecrate? I mean, you could play the Consecrate.
Alright, yeah. Consecrate could be something, and you can use the Power Equality later. I mean, he just wants to draw more cards, honestly, to get more Murlocs in his hand, but it's kind of hard to draw cards right now. You can't use Lay on Hands because you overdraw. You could use Pyro something to draw cards off the Acolyte. He's gonna actually quality, looks like.
Yeah, I mean, can he? Can Pegy pin? I mean, now he can't, but I think he actually could just ping the Acolyte and force Fuoliver to overdraw.
No, because he used got a bunch of cards out of his hand.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I mean, What Pegy doesn't know is that Fuoliver specifically, I mean, maybe Pegy can read into this, but Fuoliver specifically, you know, played a lot of cards out of his hand so that he could lay on hands.
That's true.
Anyway, we can kind of start counting up damage. So it's been 2 war leaders and only 1 bluegill, is that correct?
I think so. So yeah, you say that he needs.
So he only has 6 damage, unfortunately. So, if you are Pegy, what do you do here? Yeah, the crazy thing is he would be better off actually picking the Acolyte because that would force Fuoliver to play something after lay on hands, but I guess he's not really thinking about that. So yeah, just going to be a ping. So now Fuoliver is finally at 7 cards, which means he can play on lay on hands and not have to worry about overdrawing, even if he doesn't pick up anything.
I mean, this is one of the reasons. Oh, actually, Collide Oracle is really good for.
Wait, he's going for anything? Why is he going for anything? That's bizarre.
Because he can do math.
Did he forget? Wait, I don't think this is correct.
No idea.
Huh. And now Fuoliver can't clear out this Antonius because he used his equality earlier?
Yeah.
Also, Zunchi TV doesn't want us to see Fuoliver's hand because they put a big fat ad in the way. But yeah, even if wait, what is he doing? He's second anyfin. Second anyfin so he can take it out. This is kind of a crazy board. And Pegy can't really deal with this. So this is such an awkward game because Pegy actually can't deal with this board. He's already used double Frost Nova, Doomsayer, Blizzard. Flame Strike doesn't deal with this. Looks like he's gonna start fireballing stuff away. Yeah. But he didn't clear everything, so this is a bit awkward. I guess you just Ice Barrier here. Right. I was not expecting this game to turn out this way. But anyway, so I think 20 health. So he's at 20 health, right? And there's 20 health on the boards, or 20 damage on the board. So Fuoliver's gonna actually pop it right now. And Pegy has already used Antonius. Wait, he can't pop it. What am I talking about? Oh, he can with the Consecrate, but I thought he had it on the board. My mistake. Anyway, apparently he's at 22. Yeah, so I did the math wrong. So he's gonna pop it. Speaking of Fuoliver, and Pegy can't do anything. He's just gonna die. Right. He can Alex draws a Ice Lance, but then there's another True Silver in Fuoliver's hand. I guess you
draw
go
another.
Okay, so Flame Strike. Flame Strike is good. That's like really good actually. No, but then he dies. Wait, wait a second. Okay, you have to heal bot. So why did he draw cards? Couldn't he have just gone for Fireball, heal bot, Ice Lance? He could have Fireball one of the War Leaders. Now he can't heal bot Fireball. Pegy, what have you done? Pegy, what have you done? Oh my god. Okay, I think it's over, right? He can't do anything because if he heal bots, he can't.
Heal bot Iceland. He's still dead.
Doesn't matter. It. You're a genius, Pegy. Oh my god. That doesn't help you. You're still down board. Oh my god, that's sinking field. That's like everyone's done that on ladder, right? You're like, wait a second, that doesn't work, and then you just die. Right. So Fuoliver wins another game. The Horde can't beat Fuoliver. It's too strong.
Too strong.
I was not expecting the game to end like that. Fuoliver was like, I don't need Ulmerka. I don't need second bluegill. Just gonna go ahead and play these enemies right now. Right. Okay. So we're gonna go into Priest, and I don't know if Pegy knows how to play this matchup. I mean, I've played from the side of the Murloc Paladin. I haven't played the side from the priest, but no, from having played on the side of the Murloc Paladin, I know how Murloc Paladin can be beat with the priest, and the only way is with Entomb. Or there's two ways. What you do is you get Deathlord out, and you hope that your opponent doesn't have equality, and you ride that to victory. You basically just push a lot of damage to face before they draw equality. Or you Entomb the War Leader, and they don't have enough damage to kill you. Those are the only two ways, or else you just die.
I mean, control praise. You can have Knight of Lario into double fresh heal.
Oh yeah, I mean there are crazy things like that. I mean, obviously, I'm talking about the most common ways to win, right?
Soft that's a win.
Thought steal into anything, I suppose. The problem is that if they play anything onto the board, I mean, you can't kill them with one anything, right? So they need to play their anything, and then you need to clear their anything, and then you need to play your own anything. You can't play their anything. You can't play your anything after their anything because you won't have enough damage, just like they didn't have enough damage to kill you. So if they have double anything back to back, then you just win the game, or they just win the game, I should say.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but not get the card he wanted. I mean, I think you just need to entomb. If you can entomb the blue gear and
you don't entomb the bluegill. The bluegill is inconsequential. You entomb the war leader. The war leader is the absolutely most important thing. The Olmurkai has a lot of damage, but if it's not buffed by the war leaders, it doesn't. It's only damage on. It's only +1 for every Murloc, right? If you have the Olmurkai, but if you have the war leader on the field, it's +2. And if you have double, obviously it's +4, which is obvious for every single Murloc. So you need to have at least one war leader so that you can get 2 by the time you go to your second anything. So the ideal situation for priest is you entomb both war leaders. If you entomb both war leaders, you basically just win the game. Or you don't guarantee win the game, but you're in a really good position.
Yeah, and he has actually an entomb already in hand. But he has also that card being a war leader.
Right. But the thing is, if Fuoliver is smart, or if he knows how to play this against Priest, what he'll do is play both war leaders on the same turn so that you can't entomb them both. And hopefully he'll be able to sacrifice one of his war leaders before the second entomb comes out.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I don't think Pegy really cares about the 3 damage from the war leaders. You just can't take 2 turns, and you don't do anything about that.
Right, but I'm saying, like, say for instance, if Fuoliver just coin war leader here, and it looks like that's what he's gonna do. Yeah, so Pegy can't not kill this, or I mean, he can't prevent Fuoliver from sacrificing his war leader here, even if he entombs one. So he is smartly going to entomb one of them, but
I mean, then he couldn't. I mean, you attack the Alkanite first before you entomb. Then it'll be 5-1, and it'll be a 3-1 after you entomb.
Wait, what? Oh, so you kill off your own Akanai, and then I guess you kill off your own Akanai. Yeah, actually that might have been the play. Actually, you kill off your own Akanai and have nothing on the board, but then you have to draw the second entomb, which is problematic. Then you have to basically wait and take 3 damage. You have to take 3 damage to the face every single turn until you draw the second entomb, which is that's a problem.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, I think you're fine with entomb the Outmurkai as well, so it won't be a lot of damage either. Like a war leader into 2 blue gear. I mean, it's a lot, but it's much more acceptable.
So anyway, for those of you unable or unfamiliar with this matchup, Fuoliver from here on out, if he draws Olmurkai and the second anything, the game is over. He cannot lose. But if somehow Pegy can win before then obviously he wins. But Yeah, that's basically what's going on here. Is Pegy needs to kill Fuoliver before Fuoliver finds the second, or finds the Ol Murkai in the second even. Finds the second anyfin, just needs Ol Murkai now. I believe he might be able to do it with just 2 bluegills, but it might be a bit risky. Ooh, and Flash Shield's a really big deal here. So it looks like Peggy's going to turn on the aggression. And try to kill his opponent as fast as possible with Flash Shield and Valence. But, nope, getting shut down. Oh, just kidding. Okay. Alright, so that Akanai's getting shut down. So, okay, plan aborted. Looks like Peggy's plan is over. So, I mean, I don't know. Can you... You can't really heal out of range. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say that this is actually what happens every time you try to rush your opponent down when you're playing Priest.
Yeah, your Akanai just dies, right? So this is a play that we've seen Fuoliver make a lot. He puts down a Doomsayer and Dude, and then it makes his Solemn Vigil cost less the next turn. And it looks like he's just going to commit some guys to the board and put a slight bit of pressure on here. But yeah, I don't know. This is seeming really bad for Pegy. The thing is, Peggy's on the clock. He needs to start killing his opponent as fast as possible. But he's Priest. Priest can't kill, and both his Akanais are dead. So I don't see how he's going to win. I mean, he could maybe get a Deathlord on the field and Valence it, but you need to. That's like an early game option, right? You need to tempo your opponent out of the game. And there's a second War Leader, which is a complete dead card right now. Obviously, you can't play that at all. But gonna be a holding over here. Don't you attack first? I guess you don't get actually healing anyway. But yeah, you can see in Peggy's face. He's like, I don't even know how I win this. This is just impossible.
And I'm going home. I need to go home. This is too tiring.
Yeah, I mean, if you are unaware, Pegy already played 2 best of 5s today, so he's probably pretty tired at this point. And he's been called upon to be the one who plays 3 decks for the Horde here. And he's just like, come on. I don't know what to do here. But it's tempting here for Fuoliver to use Equality, but might be not the best option for him. Has there only been 1 bluegill?
I think so.
If there's only one bluegill, he can't play out any fit like he did the other game. That would be suicidal. Basically just throw away his win condition. But if there's 2 bluegills, he might be starting to do the math and see if he can maybe kill him over 2 turns. Looks like it's going to be Equality. Interesting.
Yeah, I guess you just play safe. You know how powerful your OTK is against Priest.
The one thing is he just used Equality and he used I mean obviously Keeper of Oldemon before, so if there's some sort of big Deathlord, he might be in a bit of trouble. Also, I'm not sure why Pegy didn't just kill the Oldemon the turn before, if he's going to kill this turn. But anyway. Yeah, you just lay on hands here, right? I mean, you're not going to overdraw. Just keep drawing. You're not going to die to Priest anyway. There's second Equality. There's Sludge Belcher. There's Murkai. Found the Murkai. The problem with Murkai, though, is it could get entombed. So you're a bit worried about that right now. If you're Fuoliver, what do you do here? I think you wait for your opponent to play something big enough to kill your Murkai off. Maybe you... Wait, do you Murkai Pyro Equality? I think you do. I think you have to. Because you can't... If he gets entombed, you lose the game. Yeah, so I think you Murkai Pyro Equality.
Yeah, I guess...
Well, now you Murkai Bluegill Pyro Equality.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't need the bluegill. Actually, I think having having bluegill is actually worse because you get less damage on the second one. But yeah, it looks like that's going to be okay, he's gonna go with that. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Wait, he's gonna actually attack face. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because the blue guy, he's getting enough damage right now. Oh, he's gonna do it. Okay, he's gonna do it. Okay, here we go. Murkai Bluegill Power Quality. This is such a bizarre play. If you didn't know anything was possible before LOE, you're looking at this and you're like, what just happened? Is that a legit play? And yes, it's a legit play. That actually just happened. It actually is a legit thing, and he's going to win the game because of it.
Yeah, I mean, just make sure every minion you play is dead.
It's, yeah. This is kind of ridiculous, and there's nothing Pegy can do. There's absolutely nothing Pegy can do. The first anyfin might not kill him, but the second one will be well over 30 damage. No matter what combination of Murlocs comes out. So the first, actually the first one will kill him now, because the first one I believe is 22 damage. 21 damage? 22? Something like that. It's like 22 damage. It's like 6 plus 6 plus 10 or something like that.
But he doesn't have anything at the second warrior.
Oh, right, he doesn't. Oh, okay. But you do it anyway, because you have enough over the second. You have enough on the second time. Yeah. So just do it. I don't know. I mean, I don't see the hesitation here. This is all you've been building up for this entire time. I don't see what the holdup is here. I think it's just doing the math. He's just making sure. You might as well do the math, I suppose. But yeah, it's going to be a war leader plus 2 bluegills and the Murkai. So it's not going to be enough. It's going to be 18 or seriously 15. Plus his weapon hit's going to be 16. Oh, he's going to throw it away apparently. Okay, interesting. Okay, gonna go ahead and do that, and I assume Light Bomb plus Flash Heal and Justicar healing. There's a bit of feedback, Shrink, on the mic, so
Okay.
I'm getting some feedback.
This is interesting. I'm just turning the sound down, and I think this will be better.
Alright, anyway, that's going to be it. It's going to be well more than 22 here. Let's just, we can count it, I suppose. 24 just with the Murkais alone, and that's going to be it. Pegy's done. Pegy is out of this already, and Fuoliver, 2 players down already. Fuoliver's 5-1 right now. That's pretty insane. In case you guys are just joining us, this is the Alliance versus Horde show match between basically the representatives of every single team in the Hearthstone Team Story. Every single team is represented here, and the winner actually gets $6,000. So they are playing for something, but you are seeing some crazy decks out here. So
Cho is very happy. Yeah, I'm just
Quitu?
sitting here and get my money.
Oh yeah, Quitu is sitting there on his phone, as you can see right there. He is to the right of TIddler, if you're unaware who he is. But yeah, he's just sitting there checking his phone, like, nice, $6,000 for me. Looks like Fuoliver's pretty hungry. He wants his Burger King. But
Is that Burger King?
yeah, I'm pretty sure it said Burger King on the cup.
Okay.
But yeah, Team Horde is in disarray right now. It looks like they're gonna send out NoTomorrow to battle the Murloc Paladin, Fuoliver. And NoTomorrow is playing, it looks like, Shaman and Druid.
Yeah, I mean, Shaman is reasonably well. You can just pull your opponent down before he can do anything.
Are we going to break? Because, I mean, I think Fuoliver has to eat. So, anyway. So, our Chinese casters, in the center is Snowkiss, on the left is Sleepy Shaman, on the right is Quitu. And, yeah. Thank you everyone for joining us today. After this is going to be the finals between Yolo Miracle and Team Celestial. But for now, going to have this nice show match for you guys. We've had some interesting decks here, but obviously these players kind of want to win the money. It is $6,000 to be fair. But it looks like we are going to be getting into our next match rather than going to a break. It's going to be Fuoliver and his Murloc Paladin versus the either the Shaman or the Druid of NoTomorrow. And in case you're unaware, this is a best of 17 team match. 4 players on each side. 3 players on each side have 2 decks. 1 player on each side has 3 decks. And it's last hero standing, but it's also last player standing. So basically, you can't, for instance, Alliance on the left-hand side, they can't substitute Fuoliver out for anyone. He has to keep playing until all of his decks are gone, or until he kills the other team completely. But Druid is definitely a very good option to go against Murloc Paladin. It's very hard for Murloc Paladin to keep up with the Druid here. NoTomorrow's gonna go for, it looks like, a spell, and yeah, just go for the swipe there. 3 swipes in one deck sounds pretty good. Poison Seeds is kind of not really worth it. If you're at the point where you need Poison Seeds against, you know, their army of Murlocs, then you're probably already lost. I'm actually surprised.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm actually surprised he didn't go for a minion though. I mean, he already had Wild Growth and Swipe. Huh, interesting. I guess more consistent for the I guess the spell is more consistent. Anyway, sorry for cutting you off. What were you saying?
yeah, I mean that's the bad thing about Poison Seed, that it's actually not transform.
Right, it does kill them. It doesn't actually make them into frogs or sheep or anything like that.
I mean, trans.
Yep.
Just leave a trace.
Alright, so if you're Fuoliver here, not Fuoliver, if you're NoTomorrow here, do you just go for the Thorson? Looks like not. Just gonna use Wrath for 3 here, interestingly enough. And this is kind of the problem for Paladin against Druid, right? Because he doesn't really have anything to do here. You can go for Solemn Vigil. I mean, I suppose the Aldor can be useful for later, but a lot of times you're sitting there trying to react, and if you're sitting there reacting, Druid will most likely kill you.
That's true.
And you can't really win the Druid out of damage. This is interesting though. It's gonna go for his standard play of the Doomsayer plus Hero Power. NoTomorrow, yeah, it's definitely worth it to kill this 1/1 so that the Solemn Vigil costs 4 rather than 3. NoTomorrow is definitely familiar with this play. But it might not make a difference, if there's no 3-drop coming up here. Well, it did make a difference, because otherwise the second Solemn Vigil would have been played here. So, worked out there for NoTomorrow. Good play by him, clearing out the 1/1. Even though it seems strange, it changed the mana cost of the Solemn Vigil there. Alright, so now this is really awkward for NoTomorrow though, because he doesn't have many minions. Do you think he plays the BGH and then the Dr. Boom next turn?
Yeah, I guess you do, unless you want to save that for Moloch, which I don't think is a
yeah,
thing.
That's if you're in that point, I think you've already lost. So yeah. Anyway, for Fuoliver, this is kind of tough. It's a bit difficult to deal with this. You can't obviously kill it with True Silver. You could go to Quality True Silver, but that's getting rid of your quality, which is, you really need that for later on with Pyro. So, if you're Fuoliver here, what do you do? I mean, nothing really looks good at all. You could just draw more cards, I suppose. Looks like it's just going to be Aldor. Interesting. Aldor and True Silver. So it's going to give yet another discount for Fuoliver, or excuse me, for NoTomorrow coming up. I don't know why I keep mixing these two up. So Harrison's pretty nice.
Oh!
Yeah, I think you go for Harrison over Dr. Boom here. That's the best thing you're really going to get. And yeah, now Fuoliver has to commit to another way to kill off this Thorson.
Free cycle, 2 mana swipe.
Now you can smoke the face for 8. It's even better than Kill Command. Anyway.
Much better.
So what do we see here from Fuoliver? The problem is he wants to kill this Harrison because it's a lot of damage, but he also wants to kill this Thorson. I suppose he's going to kill the Harrison and get the Solemn Vigil. It looks like... I mean, this kind of could be a ploy, right, by Fuoliver. He's saying, okay, I don't really care. Put more stuff on the board. Flood the board, please, because I'll just power equality you. And in fact, he can actually power equality even if Lothar was played.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't think you do that since...
Well, you do it now if this is the board. This is...
Yeah, you do it now.
Yeah, so power equality is actually pretty good here. And Fuoliver doesn't have any more. So I keep calling NoTomorrow Fuoliver. Okay, this is okay. Fuoliver's on the left, NoTomorrow's on the right. Power quality is going to come down. And NoTomorrow was like, he thought he was safe from safe from any nonsense because he played that, but not going to be the case. The bright side for NoTomorrow is that he can play. He can get 18 damage whenever he wants, basically, because he can combo and play the swipe. If it's an innervate, he's even more, obviously. So, this is the problem with playing against Druid, right? You clear the board, and all of a sudden he's playing an Ancient Allura, which is annoying, and he's filling his hand, and that's annoying as well. So, yeah. I wonder if you could maybe just commit the Keeper as well. Huh, maybe not.
I mean, you're expecting the second Doomsayer. And
right. Yeah, right. Okay.
You actually save 8 damage for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does end up doing 8 damage to, 7 damage to the face in that instance. Okay, so looks like Azure Drake is hitting the field, probably Keeper as well, so he can push some more damage to face. He doesn't actually need to. I guess he can swipe as well. I mean, it is a 1-mana swipe, right?
Well, but this is a bit awkward because, I mean, if you had spell damage +2, then it feels pretty good, but
looks like he's gonna go for a double swipe here. And Hero? No, he's gonna use his BGH. So yeah, that's a lot of damage to face. And with no power equality, I mean, power equality is really nice because it's very cheap. So if he had power equality, speaking of Fuoliver, he could have power equality plus Healbot here. But as it stands, he's under a lot of pressure. I mean, he's facing down 13 damage just on board here. But Blue Gill Warrior helps out quite a bit. And all of a sudden, the Anyfins are starting to build up. I mean, I think he has 1 Blue Gill, 1 War Leader, and 1 Murkai. So you can actually use that to clear the board and then maybe do a bunch of damage the following turn. Starting to a bit scary here for NoTomorrow.
Yeah, but NoTomorrow here, he can play double Shredder, which are really resilient against any Moloch attack.
Right, and even quality contact or power equality or anything like that. Yeah, so I think you go for these Shredders. I think you kind of have to, just to have that stickiness. Then your opponent's obviously at 11. Probably he would be at 10 if you played your Hero Power as well. And yeah, I don't know if I like this here from NoTomorrow. I think you just play both the Shredders. That's the most resilient thing out there. And if you just get 2 normal 2-drops, you basically just have lethal the next turn.
Yeah, I mean, what does Sylvanas really does in this situation? You are stating,
Well, in any case, I mean, the strange play by NoTomorrow's side, I mean, what can Fuoliver do here? It's kind of awkward, right? I mean, looks like he's gonna go for, he's desperately trying to get an equality here. That's basically what he's doing, it seems like. Just gonna kill off his own loot hoarder and does not pick up equality, unfortunately for him. So, that's going to be game, unless there's a Doomsayer here. No Doomsayer. Basically the opposite of Doomsayer, which is Millhouse Manastorm. And Fuoliver is finally going to go down. NoTomorrow is brought in to take him out. So it's going to be 5 games to 2 in favor of Alliance here. And I guess congratulations to NoTomorrow. NoTomorrow actually played earlier today in the Gold Series. I won't tell you how he did. Got to go to my... I guess you can't really go to my YouTube channel right now. They're not posted yet. But you can go to my Twitch channel to check out the past broadcast there, if you so desire. But yeah, Fuoliver is done. Now they have to choose between Quitu, TIddler, and... what was the other one? Someone. In any case, we are going to go to break, and thank you everyone for watching so far. If you'd like the broadcast so far, please follow the channel and follow us on Twitter as well.
Gosler.
And Gosler, thank you. Alright, so yeah, be right back after this break.
魔兽世界直升100服务现已开启，军团在临，数字典藏礼包同步发售中。
We are hope.
We are honor.
We are courage.
We are justice.
We are compassion. We are determination.
We are harmony. We are Overwatch.
天灾城里黑漆漆，黑石山外火不息。新邪恶正崛起，新英雄在哪里？处处危机，时时警惕。古老神庙里有宝藏，有陷阱，你也来试试运气。
Nobody knows about the kind of show that Robbie knows and he says. Nobody cares about the kind of show that goes about where you crash last. Nobody knows about the kind of show that's like Johnny Boom from Mass. Nobody cares about the kind of show that could you on glass.
欢迎来到我的酒馆，这些是你应得的奖品。我最喜欢这么玩了，上
Welcome back, everyone, to Hearthstone Team Story. We're currently in the midst of a show match, a pre-finals show match between Alliance and Horde. Basically, one representative from each team in the Hearthstone Team Story. We currently have Alliance winning against Horde 5 games to 2 on the back of the amazing play by Fuoliver so far. He took out Pegy and Valeera before he went down to NoTomorrow there. We will see who comes up for Alliance next. And it looks like it's going to be Quitu. What do you think about this decision, Drink?
I mean, there is so much lead, so I guess it's time to let everybody have fun. I mean, if you send Ghosted now, I mean, the game could be over in half an hour.
Right.
So,
want to actually have fun here. I mean, we did see Valeera from Horde, that being a player from TongFu. And Quitu is mostly a streamer, not really a professional player, so we'll see how he performs here. But this, in case you guys aren't aware, this is basically just a match between these two, quote-unquote teams. But they are playing for quite a bit of money, more than $6,000 here on the line. So some players are taking it seriously, some not as much. Quitu, I imagine he makes a decent amount from his stream, so he might be coming in here with some interesting decks. He's going to be playing Hunter and Warlock, so Control Hunter, maybe? Maybe Arena Hunter?
it could be.
Alright, that's what my hopes are. In any case, it's going to be the Druid from NoTomorrow, so pretty standard deck from his side at least. And we'll see what Quitu comes up with here. Although it probably plays the Warlock first, I imagine, because unless he's playing a more serious Hunter. Okay, it looks like it is going to be Hunter.
Mid-range.
Yeah, definitely mid-range, seeing that King's Elec and the Lotheb. But, innervate. I love the face on NoTomorrow there. He's like, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, a bit too much ramp here. It's going to be Elec. Let's see if this Elec can pick up a victory here in this joust. We see Brand in his hand as well, actually. Nope, doesn't win the joust, unfortunately. That's kind of the problem with Elec, right? If you pick up a card that's, only useful later, and you can't really utilize it for a long time, and if a card comes out that's low cost, then you're gonna lose the joust. But yeah, NoTomorrow gets a 3/2, pretty standard. I mean, not pretty normal, not gonna be anything crazy. But he does have Innervate into 5-drop here, which is gonna be pretty devastating for Quitu. I imagine he just goes for it. He can wait on the Doctor Room. And Quitu has got to be wondering, what did I do to deserve this? Alright, it's going to be Animal Companion. Huffer is reasonable. Misha is definitely better than Leok at the very least. But
I mean, it's kind of the same.
No, big. You take 4 extra damage here if you're NoTomorrow, and you can also just clear it with your Druid of Claw if you're so inclined to do so. You only take 2 damage there. Kind of changed the play from NoTomorrow as far as Leok and the Amisha is concerned. But we'll see what happens here with Quitu. Runs his Mad Scientist in. See what he gets. Maybe it looks like he's not going to hover over it anyway. But yeah, going to be Second Scientist coming out. And NoTomorrow's curve has actually been just insane. I mean, there was only one turn where turn 1 he didn't do anything, and turn 4. Yeah, turn 4 he just Wild Growth and Hero Power. But other than that, it's been absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But Quitu is still having trouble dealing with this board. NoTomorrow obviously not attacking because he didn't want to proc the freezing trap, especially with Dr. Boom coming up to be able to just use your boom bots there. What was that? Is dinner ready?
Yeah, that might well be it. And
it's okay. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so it looks like NoTomorrow's actually going to attack here, which is interesting. It's explosive drop. That was not expected. And you can see the smile on NoTomorrow's face. Like, really? Really? It's explosive. Come on. But he's going to be pulling a lot of damage.
I mean, yeah, some of the mid-range hunter plays one explosive, but very lucky my son is that Pegy that's.
Anyway, so there's a possibility for Quitu to at least deal with this Druid Claw and the Thorazin, but can't really deal with this Dr. Boom, unfortunately. Garrison Commander comes out, which means he can hero power twice. It's so good. But, I mean, what do you do here? I guess you just high main and then pass and just pray, cross your fingers.
High is still very good, and I mean, not as good as Dr. Boom, but I mean, with the 2-3, you might maybe get a fair trade, and from that point, you can actually do a lot of things because your opponent is now reaching turns 10. He can use the Y growth, even though it costs only 1 mana. Okay.
Yeah, this is a really defensive play by Quitu here. And silence comes for NoTomorrow. He can use his Wrath, obviously, to deal with this. He could also Wrath for 1 if he needs the cards, which he might do, honestly.
I think he might do it.
No, it looks like he's going to push damage. He's thinking about it. I mean, you could Wrath for 1 and kill that guy with the Keeper anyway. So it's not the biggest commitment if you Wrath for 1.
But how do you test the secrets?
I mean, you could just Wrath for 1 and then Keeper, the Owl, and then throw in your Boombot. You definitely attack with the Silence Boombot just in case it's freezing. Yeah, so you can get that guy back. So Boombot is going to be activated here once more. And this Houndmaster is going to die. NoTomorrow is going to deface. Goodbye, Garrison Commander. And hello, second Boombot. And Quitu is just sitting there kind of chuckling to himself.
Punish the Hound, not doing anything.
Threaten coming out of NoTomorrow here. And looks like it's just going to be honorable Sudoku for Quitu. That feels pretty bad if I mean, someone specifically, your team specifically sends you in to kill their deck and you just end up losing.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure that's his mission. Maybe they just have some fun and we'll take care if you lose, which we think we will.
Yeah, TIddler and Miegod, like, don't worry about it, we got it. Not a big deal. But that is going to make it 5 games to 3. Still in favor of Alliance, but I mean, catching up is the Horde.
Catching up is the Horde indeed, but they may have the preparation already.
Mm-hmm. So for Quitu, this does look like Reno. It could be Handluck, maybe, but it's most likely going to be Reno.
Yeah, I mean, recycle. You can recycle Reno back to your opponent's deck. And
NoTomorrow always goes for a spell, by the way. I guess he doesn't trust the minion.
Yeah, I mean, you can get really bad 3 minions, but spell already. I mean, always are good ones because you don't trust the neutral things, and you want your own class cards there. And swipe right on time, but not.
Yeah, swipe right on 4, but nothing to swipe. I mean, kind of nothing to swipe. Anyway, Dark Peddler coming out for Quitu. Let's see what he picks up here. Didn't have time to actually look at it, but yeah, we're going over to his screen, but he picked it so quickly we couldn't even look at it. But yeah, I mean, looking not too bad for Quitu here. I mean, a lot of times that Druid's able to pick up a victory in this particular matchup. What they're able to do is just kind of tempo the opponent out of the game before, and basically it makes it hard for the Reno to keep up. But as of now, I mean, Quitu is doing perfectly fine as far as having minions on the board to contest that of the Druid.
That's true. And he actually
He's gonna go for a Fugan first, instead of going for the Twilight Drake. I mean, the Twilight Drake would be the same size, I think, as Fugan, but obviously there's the worry about Keeper of the Grove. Yeah, it would have been the same size if he played the Twilight Drake. But Sylvanas looks like he's gonna hit the board.
Yes, it was close against to this board, and yeah, I don't think you attack the shade into anything. Mind control tag coming down. I think you played Tempo Mind Control.
What if you just play the Twilight Drake and just hit the face? Because I mean, your opponent might not use the Keeper on that if he's relying on the Sylvanas. You don't really want to play Stalag because obviously, I mean, your daddy's going to come out and just get stolen by Sylvanas. But yeah, I think you either play something small or you play like the Twilight Drake. But Quitu is definitely taking his time. Looks like Chutu's a bit confused. He's like, I don't know what to do here. This Sylvanas is too much for me to handle. But yeah, just go for the Twilight Drake. And probably just going to hit face here. It is a pretty good amount of, pressure on NoTomorrow. So you might have to start, attacking things soon. I mean, speaking of his shade.
Speaking of shade, yes. I mean, he can still go face with Sylvanas and draw 3 cards.
Yeah, but if you go face, you're kind of in trouble of dying. In fact, he does die if he draws cards here. Well, I guess he'd be 1 damage off dying. If he went face, because I mean that's the whole point, right? There's like Tuta's been going face for a while here, so you can't. As Druid, obviously you're used to being able to be the aggressor, so you can kind of ignore control decks a lot of the time. But I mean, if you're already taking this much damage, you can't really do that. So this guy's gonna go for the swipe to start cleaning stuff out.
Yeah, but it still can draw 3 cards using the Innovate. And
Innovate plus, I mean, but I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if you want to do that right now. But I think you'd rather just use Nurse, use it like basically a sprint. Use the Nurse when you have the time to do so, and then you can, innovate later once you have a power turn.
Yeah, definitely some method to use that Nourish.
I mean, if you, say for instance you innovate Nourish here, what are you really accomplishing, right? You're basically cycling 3 cards for 3 more cards. You're throwing away your innovates. You're not getting any tempo. I mean, there's going to be turns where you're doing nothing. But yeah, he's basically just cycling 3 cards for 3 cards right here. It costs him for 1 mana. He's turning 3 of his cards into 3 new cards, but he's not going to have innovate ever again.
Yeah.
Anyway, Quitu has Siphon Tool for this. He kind of needs to kill off the Dr. Wim or else he's dead to combo. And we see the combo is in NoTomorrow's hand.
He can Siphon Soul. Yeah.
He can also... wait. 29? Yeah, so he can actually tap in Healbot, but he'd be 1 damage off dying. Oh, he's dead. He took a chance and he's dead.
Yeah.
NoTomorrow's just gonna kill him. Goodbye, Quitu. Goodbye. Nice seeing ya. Anyway, our streamer Quitu is done. Yeah, and he's gonna go and concede, and NoTomorrow's gonna laugh it up. But yeah, Horde is coming back. It is now 5-4 in favor still of Alliance, and we have TIddler and Miegod available for Alliance. Whereas on the side of the Horde, we still have NoTomorrow still going strong. He's won 3 games in a row here, and then their final player is YouLove, so we'll see how that works out. You guys are just...
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, he has won 3 games, but 2 of them was against Yolo.
Yeah, true. This is true. They sent out Quitu just to die, and YouLove and Pegy here are just kind of laughing it out. Again, if you're just joining us, this is not the finals. This is the pre-finals show match between the Alliance and the Horde, aka 4 members of basically 1 member of each team.
Red team and blue team.
Right, sure. Are they red and blue actually? I mean, some are. I mean, ED is like black and white, so I don't think you can go there. But anyway, yeah, it's split up. So basically, there's 1 member from each team who is represented in the Hearthstone Team Story, and then they put on each side and they go against each other. But they are actually playing for money. They're playing for over $6,000. So some of these players are taking it seriously. Some aren't as much, but we're having fun out here. Our casters for the Chinese stream, the one we are piggybacking on right now, is Snowkiss in the center, Sleepy Shaman on the left, Xiao Kuchu on the right. And
I'm wondering where Hulu has gone to.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Hulu's hair was too big. He couldn't sustain it. It was just didn't have the. It was too much upkeep. It's a high upkeep, and he couldn't keep going. But yeah, it's basically going to be TIddler or Miegod coming up for the Alliance. We'll see who they decide to go with. TIddler, I believe, is going with Mage and Priest, and then Miegod's going with Rogue, Warrior, and Druid. So we'll see what they go with. There's Miegod. Oh, so it looks like Weinzerg didn't get his wish. It's actually going to be Miegod first. And he's walking awkwardly out to the stage. So, Miegod, if you're unaware, he is Newbie's best player by far. Newbie kind of bombed this season, finished out of the playoffs. But he performed reasonably well for him in the 8th slot. And Miegod versus NoTomorrow. And they've definitely made each other, or they've definitely familiar with each other, excuse me. And have probably played each other in tournaments as well.
Yeah, I think they definitely did.
So Miegod's going to have to beat, or wants to beat, obviously, both the Druid and the Shaman of NoTomorrow. And he is running Rogue, Warrior, and Druid, so definitely plenty of options available to him. What do you go with here, though? I mean, Warrior... Wait. I think I'm getting this right, that he's playing the 3 classes rather than TIddler.
Yeah. TIddler is playing Mage and Priest, so that's 2 classes.
Right,
and,
but what do you even play here? I mean, Druid is obviously a mirror match, so he's going to go for the mirror match. I guess they don't have anything else that's good. I mean, if you look at it, it's Mage, Priest, Rogue, Warrior, Druid left, so... Yeah, nothing else that's good against Druid, unfortunately.
Yeah, but that's weird, because... And I think it's reasonable. I mean, Druid is his best classes of all 9 classes for classes there. And I'm surprised they are not sending TIddler, who is playing Mage, and it's actually Tempo Mage.
Oh, is it Tempo Mage? Yeah, that is pretty surprising. I suppose if they send out the Tempo Mage... Well, he's playing Priest as well, so the Priest could beat the Shaman afterward. Yeah, that's pretty surprising, actually. Maybe they trust Miegod more, I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, Innervates... so we had Pass into Innervates, Shade into Wild Growth into Wild Growth. Seems pretty good.
Seems good.
Seems good. And Miegod's going to go into Hero Power because there's nothing else to do. Let's see if NoTomorrow picks up something. Picks up another Wild Growth. So, right. we're ramping up, guys. We're just let's get the first few turns. And then when we start, we're going to have Shade on the board. But Miegod can take this out. I wonder if he does so. Yeah. Makes sense to go for the swipe here. Doesn't take the damage. And, oh, wow. So he just picked up Dr. Boom. Looks like he's going to go for that, but he's going to get severely punished by DGH. He was probably thinking of going to Ancient Lore, but since he picked up the Dr. Boom, that probably changed his decision.
Yeah, but
I think you Wrath for 1 here if you're Miegod, as long as you don't pick up anything that's important. So yeah, swipe and then Wrath for 1, I believe, because you need the cards.
Yeah, let's do that. And you need actually...
Kel'Thuzad! Whoa, hello. Was not expecting that one. Oh my god, Ancient Lore right on time. Wait, what? Okay, I guess he doesn't want Boombot to do anything crazy. Oh, he's gonna charge face. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Because he has lethal next turn if this sticks onto the board. And if it doesn't stick on the board, then that means your opponent used Swipe or Wrath, and... Oh, wait. Why is he... Oh, he's dead. Oh. Okay. So, Alliance doesn't respect the combo. He's just dead. Okay. Well then. Miegod's a dead nerd. Maybe he forgot about the coin. I don't know. There's so much ramping he forgot that his opponent had the coin. Anyway, that was quick. That was a turn 7 victory, I believe. Turn 6, maybe? Because he wild rolled twice.
Yeah.
Anyway, turn 6 victory, easy game, easy life. NoTomorrow. He has won 4 games in a row. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Well played. Well faced.
Well played.
GG, well faced. Alright, so we have Rogue and Warrior for Miegod. I guess you go for Rogue here? I mean, Warrior can beat Druid, but I think that Rogue has a bit of a chance.
Yeah, definitely.
And he goes for the
Especially...
Rogue. So he kept going first. He kept Shredder and Prep, which makes a bit of sense. You need minions, or else you're gonna struggle. Picks up Backstab, which is reasonable for him considering how expensive of a hand he's kept. So this is kind of what you want, right? You want your minions. You also want your cheap removal spells as Rogue. And
yeah, I mean,
NoTomorrow continuing his continually showing his expertise of the Druid deck by getting Wild Growth once more. Has he ever not gone Wild Growth in one of these games? It's been pretty insane.
well, I think once he didn't get Wild Growth, he got a lot of Innovates. And
then Wild Growth afterward.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, gonna be Shredder for NoTomorrow, and most likely Shredder coming out for Miegod as well. He can actually backstab and clear, which is what he might do. Wow, he's gonna prep Deadly Poison. Wow. So he's turning a prep into a coin. Interesting. He basically just wants as much tempo as possible, and he might... Wow, Lower Cho. That is pretty bad if you're NoTomorrow, but he does have Harrison, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, Harrison.
But Harrison's actually a lifesaver. If he didn't have Harrison, what does he do here? He doesn't want to give his opponent a coin. So, that actually ended up working out pretty well. Alright, so I imagine he's going to kill off the Harrison and just leave the low rocker. It's pretty annoying to for NoTomorrow to have that in the field. And you can kill it almost whenever you want.
Sylvansky is a ball.
Alright, Sap is picked up, which is really nice. So he's going to go ahead and kill off this low rocker so he can Sap. And yeah, going to be the Shredder and the Sap, which is a lot of pressure put on the Druid here.
Yeah, and next turn he can prep or backstab into Oil, and he can have Spring to replenish his hand afterwards.
Mm. If you NoTomorrow, you just play... I think you just play the Sylvanas back down here. You could start clearing the board, but you just let your opponent sap. Unless he has... I guess he could have second sap, but if you just throw the Sylvanas on the board, you're not dying yet. You don't know your opponent has Tinkers.
Basically dead.
Not really. There's only 10 damage on the board. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Thorson is not the greatest, though. I mean... You can combo, but you don't have lethal, even with combo. I suppose... I mean, you'd have to get Innervate just to be able to do anything. What is he thinking about? Is he thinking about Coin Hero Powering? Coin Wild Growth?
Coin Wild Growth.
He would be on 9 mana, and then he can combo and Hero Power the next turn. That's nice. So if you're Miegod here, do you just ignore this guy? Or no? I suppose you could backstab, kill with the Ship's Cannon, and then
right, you have Dr. Boom.
Yeah, just backstab, Ship's Cannon, Dr. Boom, hit the face, life is good, and NoTomorrow doesn't know what to do here. Probably just combo clear, I suppose. but you don't even clear that much with combo. Doesn't have
No.
enough mana for double combo.
But the good news is that Rogue can oil and sprint next turn.
The good news for whom?
Good news for NoTomorrow.
Wait, what? what? Wait, what?
If he's going to ever survive.
Okay, anyway. Oh, it killed the Sylvanas. Oh my goodness. What? What? What are the odds of that? Oh my god. How did that happen? Okay. So NoTomorrow is NoTomorrow's too good at this game. NoTomorrow's too good. How much damage is this? So it's 7 damage dagger and then 10 on there, so it's 17. But then NoTomorrow wins the game because he has double combo. Right. How did this happen? What is happening? Alliance doesn't respect the combo. Alliance does not respect the combo. In this case, they don't respect the double combo with coin. What is happening? Oh my god. NoTomorrow can't lose. What is happening here? Don't misclick. Shifting cards. Oh my goodness. What is happening here, Shrink?
Ah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Feeding. Really feeding. The feeding is real.
NoTomorrow 5 wins in a row. And now they're winning 6 games of 5. NoTomorrow's really good at Druid, I gotta say. Always has wild growth, always has combo when he needs it. Oh my goodness. Teach me your ways, NoTomorrow. It's too good. I bet he wishes that he had this kind of luck earlier in the day when he lost 1 in 4 twice. Basically a 1 in 4 roll twice, and got his Tyrion sold away. But wait, no, that was Zuyo. Getting my players mixed up. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he wishes like in BlizzCon.
Yeah, he wishes that he had this kind of luck at BlizzCon, right? Anyway, let's see if he goes for a spell one more time. He always goes for a spell, but nope, he's gonna go for minion here. Yeah, I do like the pickup of the Shredder. It's just really annoying, and the Anodized Robocop is gonna die to Fireworks. Alright, so this is a matchup between Control Warrior and Druid, obviously, and it's gotten a bit better for the Control Warrior as of late because of Darnassus and stuff like that. If the Druid doesn't run Darnassus, then it ends up being, back to normal, basically just pretty decent for the Druid. But with the Darnassus, it's a little bit less pressure, a little bit less minions that more minions, excuse me, that the Control Warrior can deal with. And that makes it so the Warrior can eventually outlast the Druid. Anyway, so it's going to be first shooter hitting the field, and we'll see how Miegod deals with this. He can actually just use his cool tasks first. Deathlord comes in hand, that's kind of interesting. That'll be pretty useful against the Druid, I would assume. And so it's just going to go ahead and clear this off with the Acolyte, looks like. No? Huh? Throwing us for a loop. I mean, you have a 3 attack, you might as well take less damage, right?
I mean, you have Deathlord, you have Raw, maybe you can take a little bit more damage. Yeah, here, but Minibot, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, even no matter what it is, it doesn't. You'd rather just attack with the Acolyte first. Like if it's Doomsayer, for instance, then you're not going to get cards of the Acolyte anyway. But we have the Azure Drake hitting the board. Looks like it's going to be a simple trade. I'm not going to use Revenge here. And probably going to get an easy trade on this mini-bot. Yeah, no sense in just living on the field. Could get aided by something like a Savage Lord. And this is what I'm talking about. This matchup's actually getting a bit better for the Control Warrior.
What the case is.
So what do you do here if you're NoTomorrow? I mean, if you play out the Shredder, it's natural predator. The Sludge Belcher is already on the board.
Well, but the less you do that, because you could set up some sort of swipe turns.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so he does go ahead and play out the Shredder, and weakens up that Sludge Belcher a bit. Again, if you're on the side of Miegod, it looks like he picks up a Death Bite. But he could have gone for Justicar, if not, just to set up tank up for future turns. But yeah, Death Bite is reasonable here. Don't want your Sludge Belcher dying. They'll protect you for a bit. These guys will protect you, Miegod. And was that a Lowly Squire or Lance Carrier? I can never tell the difference.
Lance Carrier. Lowly Square is 1 drop.
Oh, right. Thanks. Alright, I guess I'm getting mixed up with the Mountain Raptor stuff. Anyway, so, NoTomorrow, he has 8 cards in hand, which means if he plays this Ancient of Lore and draws 2 cards, he will go to 9, which means he will not overdraw. I don't think I've ever actually seen a Druid overdraw with Ancient of Lore.
I mean, if you're playing against Muriel, this can happen.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but you wouldn't overdraw with your own Ancient of Lore after they've milled you.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't willingly, your opponent milled you, and then you said, you know what would be nice here if I drew more cards and then milled.
Well. There could be case that where you need.
I mean, I can see it happening. I can see it happening, but like for instance with Rogue, sometimes you sprint and you overdraw because you need something, like he said, or maybe you don't count it correctly. But usually, by the time you get to turn 7, and the fact that you have to play the minion out of hand and you're only drawing 2 cards, you know, not always the case that you get it. So he actually, speaking of NoTomorrow, he actually decides to not swipe the Death Lord. I guess he doesn't want the boom bots killing the creature that pops out. But you just leave the Death Lord in the field.
Does he have anything good that he doesn't want to? I guess you don't want second keyword growth, but this is really bad because basically the warrior can deal with this.
Well, that's
but oh, Dr. Boom.
That is a Dr. Boom. I was thinking that maybe Miegod could have just, used his face to clear out that Big Game Hunter and then go into Justicar plus Hero Power, and you can't die to anything really unless he has, double combo again. But it looks like it's not going to be the case.
That could be true, but do you draw a card or play Thorson?
I mean, Thorson, if you play Thorson, you don't do anything else anyways. You might as well draw cards, right?
Yeah, and then just get more discounts in the future.
Right. Maybe you want discounted combo now, but yeah, you just draw cards. Give you some more options. There's the combo. There's the double combo. NoTomorrow. Did I mention NoTomorrow's really good at this game?
I think you did.
Just a little bit good at this game. Anyway, looks like it's going to be Justicar coming down here. As well as a Shield Slam, most likely, and then kill off on this this Darnassus. So, the question is, can Miegod get out of range and stay alive? I mean, obviously, double combo is 22. But if there's any minion on the board, you basically add, 8. you added an extra 4, but even a keeper would be plus 6, so that'd be 28. So if you have any sort of 4 attack minion on the field, then it's 30 damage, which is where Miegod needs to get to eventually. Though Miegod could just hit the face here. He's seen 2 swipes. It's reasonable actually to hit the face here because you get your opponent down to 13. If he doesn't clear the board, you kill him with Gorehell. Though killing this off and making your opponent kind of deal with it afterward as well is reasonable. Especially because he could utilize Savage Roar. But, yeah, if NoTomorrow does not taunt or hero power here, or clear the board, he's dead.
I think you hear power anyway this turn. Oh, you can play the keeper.
Yeah, he could potentially go Thorson, keeper face or something like that, and he would be dead if he didn't think about it. He did see Miegod kind of hesitate when he did that attack, but yeah, he wants a Thorson to make things cheaper. The thing is, he doesn't know that it's Gorhel, right? He might think that it's Grom, so he's kind of worried about dying to Grom. That's why he's doing this rather than. I mean, we know that if he Thorson plus hero power, then he'd be safe. But he's worried about Grom right now, not Gorhel.
Yeah, I mean, even Grom has higher threshold for killing than Gorhel, so I guess you always play against.
Okay, I guess you just use the I guess you just use the force of nature there because you're going to grab the second one so you can have a combo available anyway, right? No problem. Doesn't really matter. You're good. Wow, okay. So let's see. 31 health is Miegod, which means that if Thorson stays and he doesn't armor, then he's dead. It's 31 damage with Thorson only, with double combo. What is NoTomorrow worried about? Okay, yeah, it definitely makes a lot of sense to play the second keeper on the field. Because it makes it obviously that much more difficult. Could be Brawl here. Brawl, let's see. If he brawls in hero powers, no matter what survives, Miegod can't die. It's a double combo. However, if he brawls and the Thorson lives, then the combo gets discounted again, and he can. NoTomorrow might be able to Druid of the Claw, Force Nature, double roar, which would be crazy damage. It would be basically 30 out of hand, and if there's anything on the board, the game's over. So that's a bit worrying. So maybe Miegod's thinking about killing off the Thorson and then brawling and just killing a minion that way. Looks like he's gonna go for Gorhel. And well, let's see. If he does this, okay, he's gonna go down to what is this? 20. Okay, he's gonna go up to 31, which means he's not dead. To double combo. NoTomorrow currently has 28 damage, which is kind of sickening to think about, but Miegod's still not dead, which is the important part. So he's going to charge phase here. And can Miegod again get out of range? Well, I think it's only 22 damage if it's only from hand. So if he brawls, if Miegod brawls here in hero powers, and he can kind of put his opponent on having double combo, considering he just, hit the face here. Wait. Oh, yeah, that's Grom. Okay, I thought it was like Health Without or something. So there's Grom, which means he can just utilize that, and he's actually 3 damage off lethal himself. So he realizes if there's nothing on board, he has nothing to worry about as long as he armors up. Wait, what's he doing? Is he gonna not? Wait, what? Hold on. He just died. Really? He's gonna die to combo again? Oh my god! This keeps happening. Can you, Miegod? You had the game won. Just use the Grom. Just use the Grom. There were 3 unused cards in NoTomorrow's hand after he played Thorson. You had the game won. Just keep clearing the board. Hero powering. You can't lose. You've already seen Dr. Boom. You've already seen so many minions. You can't lose the game. Miegod, what are you doing? Oh my god.
Losing.
I don't know. NoTomorrow 6 wins in a row. What is happening? What is happening? He's on a rampage. That's the second time in a row he used double combo to win the game. Oh my god. Look at Pegy. He can't control himself. He's just hysterical. He can't control. He's just laughing so hard. He's like, I don't even know how you won that. How do you? He's like, how do you draw Wild Growth every single time? Okay, here's the plan. Next game, you have to draw Wild Growth again. NoTomorrow. Okay, this is how you draw Wild Growth. Okay, the way you draw Wild Growth is, and then a bunch of Chinese that we don't understand. We're never gonna understand his secrets. This is how you draw. This is how you get double combo into your hand. But anyway, TIddler looks like TIddler's gonna come out and try to clean up this mess here for Alliance. Alliance was up 5 games to 1, and then NoTomorrow came out and just started ruining things.
Yeah, I mean, TIddler is playing. I think he's playing Tempo Mage, so should be alright.
Yeah, if he's playing Tempo Mage, he should be okay.
But if he loses with Tempo Mage, he's left with Priest.
Right. Well, Priest can do things. I mean, the big problem, right? If he does win, if he loses with Mage and he's only left with Priest, the big problem is the Warlock from YouLove. The Paladin you can definitely win with Priest, or win against with Priest. But look at TIddler. He's like, I didn't expect to play today. We were up 5-1. What happened?
Druid things happened.
Druid definitely happened. So 6 games in a row for NoTomorrow here. They were okay. Alliance was up 5-1, and now it's 7-5 for the Horde. In case you're just joining us, this is the pre-final show match, and it's Alliance versus Horde. Basically, one representative from each team in the Hearthstone Team Story, and they are playing for something. They are playing for over $6,000 here, so not just fun and games. They are definitely trying here. But we'll see if TIddler can bring it back. Look at TIddler. He's just kind of like, really, I can't believe I'm out here. And NoTomorrow's like, I'm gonna go 8-0. It's gonna easy peasy fix it, clean this one up right here. All right, so it is Reno Mage. Right, we have Reno Mage. I'm glad we saw the Reno early on, because that would have been very surprising, or that would have been we would have been taking forever to decipher what kind of mage this was. But we have found that it is Reno Mage, and it'll be Malagos. Dude was like, I wasn't expecting to play. Okay, I wasn't expecting to play. That's a Malagos. We'll see if NoTomorrow can catch on, or how quickly NoTomorrow catches on. I mean, NoTomorrow might be expecting Temple Mage, obviously, but interesting coin scientist into just ping. I guess he was expecting to use Flame Cannon here, but we'll see what he goes with. Gonna go duplicate. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why is he?
What?
Why is he duplicating?
I guess kill you. I guess that doesn't really matter, because you're getting more mad scientists, and you have other secrets, and you just keep the druid guessing.
I suppose. What is the secret that just popped up now? Okay, so NoTomorrow doesn't know what secret this is, so he guessed it might be Mirror Entity, which is why he didn't play the Harrison. He might actually innervate Harrison, though, which would be a lot of pressure onto TIddler.
Yeah.
Alright, so what do we do here if you're TIddler? I guess you just ping the Shredder and play Mad Scientist. Sable Portal in this deck. I mean, this might be something like, you know, Strivecrow Grinder Mage, but Strivecrow did not play Malagos, I can tell you that. Alright, Garrison Commander is actually not too bad of a 2-drop, and you can use Hero Power twice here. Unfortunately, you don't really want to do that with Azure Drake. But you could just use the Wrath to cycle here. Yeah, you kind of have to. Because your hand is, you know, there's nothing left in your hand.
I mean, this hand is not bad.
Yeah, true. If you're gonna have a board set up already, You might as well have combo in it. NoTomorrow's really
Flying
good at drawing
over
combo, I
it,
gotta say.
Ice Barrier.
And TIddler has 5 mana. Like, what's he gonna do about this? Yeah, Flame Cannon comes out, kills off the Garrison Commander, which is one of the worst ones. It's probably the worst one, actually. I mean, it prevents your opponent from double hero powering, but NoTomorrow really doesn't need to do that.
And doesn't really want to do that.
Alright, so I understand what we have here. 9, 10, 11 on the board. If he Savage Roars, that's going to be 19. And then 20 with... Oh, he can just... Yeah, he can pop any sort of block here with this. Immunity. So this has to be Ice Blocker or else TIddler's dead. Alright, so it's gonna pop him at 2 and kill off this Druid of the Claw. and since this is Reno Mage, I doubt he has another thing. Yeah, so I don't think it's another Ice Block since it is Reno Mage. So I think the game is over. Look at TIddler's face, like, that didn't work. This didn't work out too well.
No. It could be Ice Barrier.
I guess. Alright, kind of has to be Ice Barrier, I suppose. Alright, so another secret coming out. We'll see what it is. So he's going to test it, and if it's not, yeah, he basically tests his Ice Barrier, and that's probably game.
I mean,
Vaporize. Vaporize, I was like, wait a second. And, yeah. NoTomorrow, 7 games in a row. Easy peasy. Alright. So, down to the last deck is Alliance, and they have Priest. And we'll see if Priest can reverse all kill, or basically run the table and go 4 games in a row. Alright, so it looks like it's Elite Starseeker Priest. So, as we're seeing here, it looks like half the Alliance was taking this seriously and half of them aren't. But NoTomorrow, again, double in a raid. He is so good at this. I need to learn his secrets. He can actually just go turn 1 Thaurissan here. And there's obviously no 2-mana death. Let's look at TIddler's face here. It takes a while for the animations to go up, so you might not realize until right about now. Maybe. A slight smile on his face. Oh, NoTomorrow, you're so good at this game. Teach me your ways. Okay, Pyromancer coming out here. I mean, I guess the good news for TIddler is that there's no cards in NoTomorrow's hand unless he picks up, like... Yeah, well... I guess your other call is pretty good, but I mean, unless he picks up more card draw like an Azure Drake and an Ancient Allure or something. But pretty solid minions in his hand as it stands. And as we see Death Lord hitting the field. Zombie Chow gonna finally kill off this Thaurissan. But Druid Claw hitting the field right now. Alright, here we go. Elite Starseeker. Put that map to the Golden Monkey in the deck. Youthful Brewmaster. What is this for?
Play Edis again to increase the chance.
I guess. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's going to be a kill on here. He wants to hero power first before he kills off his Darnassus. Gets Harrison, which is actually not too bad. I mean, basically a 4-drop.
Yeah.
Alright, Sludge Welcher looks like it's going to come out here. Jessica hits the hand. Basically, if TIddler can hold on, he's in okay shape. But, I mean, it's at least for TIddler's sake, he has had 1-drop into 2-drop into 3-drop into 4-drop into 5-drop into 6-drop. So that's the only way he's still in this game. Otherwise, he would have been completely over. But, I mean, he needs Holy Nova, like, right now.
But the combo is coming out.
The combo is coming. It's like Game of Thrones, except not really. Except it's even worse. It's even worse than the White Walkers. The combo is coming. So do you play? Yeah, you have to play Sylvanas here and hope your opponent doesn't have keeper. And no top deck keeper, so okay, we're saved from that. That's fate. Just probably gonna go face here. Yeah, a lot of damage, 14 damage to face, and there's actually lethal on board. If TIddler doesn't do anything.
Soft Steel.
You kind of have to Thought Steal, right? You can't. Brewmaster, Northshire Cleric doesn't do anything. You have to heal your face, or else you're dead.
Soft Steel. Keep the grill.
Look at NoTomorrow's face. He's like, "Do I just win again? What is this? How do I do this? How am I so good at this?" Savage Roar doesn't help. So that's it. NoTomorrow 7 or 8 games in a row. No problem. Easy game, easy life. Oh my goodness. Why is NoTomorrow so good? Okay. So, I mean, there's 14 damage on board, so he has to heal his face. And you can't... I guess... Well... Wait, what? Well, whatever. It's going to be... I mean, it's game on board. It's literally... You don't even need to play a Savage Roar. And, Horde wins. Horde, aka NoTomorrow. I mean, Valeera went down 0-2. And... Pegy got
1-3.
1-3, and then NoTomorrow 8 games in a row. All right, so it looks like we have an interview with NoTomorrow here, and okay, let's just listen to him.
哎，我觉得如果讲道理，今年1年比赛你再也没有胡过怎么办？不，真的讲道理嘛。
我决定不再玩朋友的了。
那七系列。
He can say I really regret it because this might cost all my luck.
朋友得胡了。 上我一个职业应该就差不多了。
那我觉得你有没有想对对面的8个职业选手说的话？
But
这太不厚道，大家都是一个
anyway,
的人，还怎么面对他们？
I guess Dre is all I need.
爱队，不然我怎么又面对我自己的队友呢？
我们是不是应该让爱队出来说说话？我觉得爱队现在非常可怜，在后面坐了3个小时，没有登场的机会，你怎么对得起他？ 演戏演全套，最后先让。
Yeah, I'm really sorry that YouLove doesn't get any chance to play. I'm really sorry for him that he's sitting there for 3 hours.
Easiest $6,000 of his life, though.
讲道理，建议老师是有贡献的，因为摇板哥穿了8个职业，你赢了1场，对吧？虽然说只赢了1场，但你真的还是赢了。来跟我们聊一聊。
就其实我们都有贡献的。首先就是瓦利拉上去看到了对面雷克萨，对不对？那
Pegy said, yeah, actually we all made some contributions. Valeera went up and made some scouting.
Oh my goodness.
瓦利拉先去看牌，发现是个雷克萨，然后我上去就可以了。
是。然后你觉得你对今天表现满意吗？
我觉得。
你今天撑了30几分钟。
我觉得我表现很满意，
是吧？
对，就我觉得变神输这3局应该比我快。
Yeah, no, sorry that she said. Yeah, you are there sustained for 30 minutes, more than 30 minutes. And Pegy responded, yeah, I guess that's good. It's better than 12.
是，那探完路之后，你回来跟他们说些什么话？我们想知道一下。
我觉得就是很稳啊，就小易直接跳在我要干掉那个萨满，然后他扑了之后，摇摆哥说那就我上吧，然后就没有然后了呀。就没有然后了是吧？对啊，就我上吧。
Valeera said, yeah, actually, yeah, we got this. This has been our plan all along, and I just did some scouting, and I said, yeah, get a shaman, and we will leave the rest to NoTomorrow.
好，稳健。我们再来问一下，躺赢的这位爱队。爱队其实你很想出场，对不对？我们都知道。
我们今天的剧本很成功。一开始我们战术被暴露了嘛，然后瓦利拉说：“那我先上送2局吧。”我说好，然后上就果断的就送了2局。送了2局是。然后呢？还非常的快，其实。然后说把这个第1个职业得打掉啊。然后那个小易说：“我去，我这个战士非常。”
You basically said, yeah, that will happen. Just was written in the script, and
因为我组的卡组嘛。 我看到只有我们这个德鲁伊还算正常一些，然后 我没有那个哈里森琼斯那个金卡，其他都是金卡，然后特意的合了一张，我说必须变成全金天胡德，然后起了个名字。我说摇摆哥你一定要用这套。
Oh, YouLove actually, because the game was played on his account and said, hey, actually I didn't have Golden Harrison. I made Golden Harrison for this occasion.
For Quitu.
And it worked out pretty well.
让我来干嘛？我们回家躺着，在家躺着捡钱不好吗？现在我觉得让我来干什么？组个账号，给个账号，我在家躺钱不好吗？非常好。
我也是这种想法，对不对？那所以说，我们还是恭喜一下我们的队长，有没有？还恭喜一下摇摆哥，来，谢谢。
YouLove said, yeah.
稍微休息一下，之后是我们的重头戏，我们的决赛，32，我们一会儿见。
$3,200 dollars for some money feels good.
Alright, so congratulations to the Horde. And all the players who had 0 wins there, being carried by NoTomorrow. Looks like we're going to go to a bit of a break. Not quite sure when the finals are going to start, but